So we've gone for a drive to Lake Bumbunga. I don't know if that's how you say it. It's in the little town of Lochiel in South Australia. This lake is one of the pink lakes around here. So we're going for a walk and we'll go out to the viewing deck and just see how pink it is. So the pink in this lake comes from a certain type of algae that actually likes the salinity of the lake. And usually they say it's pinker in spring than in winter due to the amount of fresh water that goes in there, and the algae sort of react to it, and yeah, it produces that pink colour. What we found though today, because we drove past earlier on our way to where we were staying, and it was quite pink, but it was an overcast day, and we thought it'd be pinker today because the sun was out, but it sort of seemed that it was pinker when the wind blew. But they do usually say in summer this one's quite dry and there was water there, so I'm not really sure what makes it pinker, except that the algae is the reason why it's pink. Tanisha and Robert were both wearing polarised sunglasses, so they actually saw it quite pink compared to what I saw, and I wasn't wearing sunglasses, so we just put the lens of Robert Sunny's over the lens of the GoPro to see if it made a difference.
It's gone again. It's actually more pink when it's going to lose a bit of glare, eh? So these apparently are what are they? Salty grape bush food. So if this is my last video ever, nice to know yous. Big cedar, definitely salty. If I'm gonna kick the bucket, it says everyone else.
Oh no. Are you sure this one's right? It looks small.
Well, they're small and they don't have the black all over them, so they're not. Oh, eat the big one.
I will. It's probably juicier. I'm gonna regret this because I don't like fruit.
They don't taste like fruit, they're just like eating salt.
Not bad though.
They're salty.
It does taste like a grape with some salt on it. Probably wouldn't do it again.
Right, do I get to try them?
Yeah, there's straight yellow ones over there, smaller.
Yeah, but
Yeah. This whole bush is poisonous.
I'm so glad Dad just trusted our Google search and didn't think to double check it.
I guess we'll all go together.
Just salty.
They are salty. Interesting. We're following the barefoot bushman. He's determined to make his way down to the pink salt. Are we stupid enough to follow him?
The other edible stuff.
Are you sure it's edible?
Yeah, it is. You just eat it. You find out.
Will you eat it?
Oh, come on.
No, this stuff here.
Oh,
I bet you. How much you got in your bank account?
$5.
Betting you that much money?
What you got?
Well, she's obviously got more than me. I got $5.
It's hard. Come down here. Take a photo of this.
No bets were placed because we couldn't find anything on Google.
We just want to see if you fall or sink or something. We will come to your aid, probably. If the ants don't bite me. What are you doing, you mongrel? Yes, it looks wet. Mate, the meat ants are just killing me. Do I have to go further out to get away from the meat ants?
Yeah.
Green ants, whatever they are.
Yes, because they're hanging out near the grass.
Ugh. Oh, it's solider than it looks considering there's footprints. So anyway, through sunglasses that are polarised, this lake actually looks very, very pink. On the edges of here, the salt is very pink. Obviously it's, you know, the water's evaporated and the salt crystals have formed, and these ones along the edge are really pink. But yeah, from the naked eye there's pink patches in the lake, but yeah, through your polarised it's definitely a lot pinker anyway.
There's one of your salt formations.
Salt formation, that's cool.
So after walking around and exploring a little bit about the edges of the Pink Lake at Lochiel, we jumped in the car and headed the 55 kilometres across to Wallaroo. They have a fairly big jetty there, so we thought we'd go and throw a line in for a little bit and yeah, just go for a drive and kill a day, really. So Wallaroo is on the western side of the York Peninsula. It's only like 2 hours from Adelaide. Um, it's got a nice little swimming spot and everything over the other side. And there was lots of water sports happening today. There was boats and jet skis out. Obviously, you can see the silos here where they load the grain to the ships. And yeah, it's a nice long jetty here. There was lots of people out today. They were all crabbing and trying to fish and everything. So yeah, it was actually quite nice. As you can see, the water was pretty shallow. You can see all the dark patches, which is all the weeds that were there. Apparently, that's good for the mud crabs, the sand crabs. And we could see the fish swimming around. We just kind of didn't catch any. So I always thought a blue swimmer crab was a sand crab. We're from Queensland. In South Australia, there is actually a sand crab which has got to go 10 centimetres and the blue swimmer crabs which have to go 11. So, yeah, there's identification charts along the jetties and stuff when you're fishing. So that's quite handy. It shows you the difference between the two.
Too small.
Too small. They're so cute. In South Australia, you can actually keep the females if there's no eggs.
Just check that one. Oh, that one is.
It's big enough.
That one is.
Yes. As long as there's no eggs, the females are best. No, he's too small. He's really not letting go of the other one.
Umpires.
Good night. Well, that's a half an entree.
One sauce.
Oh, there you go. There is hope. Wow.
Put it outside.
Well, I'm going back.
Yep. I always wondered how to tell if there was egg.
What do you mean?
Oh, well, you know, besides actually having to flip up your tail end, but you obviously can't miss it, you know what I mean? Probably just gave him a heart shock.
Shockwave heart attack.
Yeah. So we're at Kadina, which is a small, well, actually it's quite a large town, just before we get to, where were we fishing? Oh, Wallaroo, just before Wallaroo. So it's Kadina. It's a pretty large town by the looks of it. We always gauge a town by whether it's got a Woolworths or an Aldi's and Macca's and things like that. So obviously it's pretty big because it's got all of those things. And we just came past a water tower which looked pretty cool. It's got a big painting on it. So I've just walked over to have a look. So the painting started in 2017 and it was completed in 2018. Depicts a May Queen and a steam engine. So I don't know if you can see there. That'll be the steam engine. Detail's pretty cool on this too. Oh, I can't see the
So from here we just grabbed a couple of things from Woolies and then headed back to Balaclava just to chill for the afternoon. So yeah, thanks for watching and we'll see you next episode.